The once bright city now lies in ominous darkness, silent and still. The city falls silent as the power grid fails. Darkness sweeps across the urban landscape, a silent wave engulfing everything. The familiar hum of electricity vanishes, replaced by an unsettling quiet that distorts the very air. A sudden, stark darkness descends, leaving the city paralyzed and vulnerable under the fading light of day. You live in a city you have never visited, yet you've never left it. This city has no streets you can walk, no buildings you can touch, no skyline you can photograph. And yet every moment of your life unfolds inside it. This city is made of attention. Attention is not effort. It is not concentration. It is not force. Attention is placement. Where attention rests, experience builds its structures. Thoughts rise where attention lingers. Emotions gather where attention feeds them. Identity hardens where attention repeats. Most people don't live in the world. They live in the neighborhoods. Their attention never leaves. You have built your inner architecture. You have tended your inner city. Some districts of the inner city are overpopulated. Worry, memory, anticipation, regret. Others are abandoned. The body is rarely visited. The breath is rare. Silence is considered unsafe. Stillness is mistaken for absence. So the city becomes loud, congested, restless, not because life is hostile, but because attention has no zoning laws. Now, we must protect the energy that flows through it all. Attention is power, not the loud kind, not the dramatic kind, the quiet kind. Whatever receives attention grows, not because it deserves it, but because attention is nourishment. Suffering survives on attention. So does clarity. So does peace. Attention does not judge. It simply builds. Here is the shift. You are not trapped in the inner city. You are not lost in it. You are the one who places attention, not forcefully, not aggressively, gently, consciously. A moment of quiet contemplation as the mind begins to stir, ready to engage. Each time attention returns to the body, a park appears. Each time attention rests in breath, a quiet street opens. The eyes lock onto an unseen point, now fully alert, ready to observe and understand. Each time attention withdraws from unnecessary thought, a building collapses without violence. At the center of the inner city, there is a square. It has no name, no noise, no demand. This is where attention rests without object. This is stillness. Not emptiness, not escape, but the place where the city finally breathes. Your life does not change when circumstances change. It changes when attention does. Attention is not just your ability to concentrate, it is the very substance of your experience. Night falls on the city, a million lights ablaze. You don't need to control the city. You only need to visit different places. Stand still. Notice where attention lives, and remember where attention rests. Life gathers. Attention is not infinite. It is not careless. It is the energy that animates the city itself. Every thought draws from it. Every emotion feeds on it. Every identity is built by where it is spent. It is the currency of your consciousness, and this is where responsibility quietly enters, not as burden, but as clarity. Now, we must protect the energy that flows through it all, not by force, not by vigilance, not by fear, but by discernment. Not everything deserves access to your inner streets. Not every noise earns a residence. Not every thought warrants a building permit. Protection does not mean closing the city. It means choosing what is allowed to grow. When attention is scattered, the city fractures. When attention is reclaimed, the city breathes. The Rama Vijay method, core principle. Protect the energy that flows through it all. At the heart of the Rama Vijay method lies a simple, non-negotiable truth. Attention is energy, and energy is what turns inner movement into lived reality. Where you place your attention is where you invest your life. Emotions rise and fall in response to this energy. Thoughts organize themselves around it. Identity hardens where it is repeatedly spent. Suffering is not created by emotion itself. It is created when energy is unconsciously poured into resistance, narration, and fixation. So, the method does not begin with control. It begins with protection. Now, we must protect the energy that flows through it all, not by suppressing emotion, not by policing thought, not by spiritual bypassing, but by refusing to leak energy into what does not require it. Recognition equals energy awareness. When an emotional surge appears, the first move is not a reaction, it is recognition. This is happening. This moment already stops the energy hemorrhage. You are no longer feeding the storm with identification, you're protecting the flow. Think of your attention as the power grid for your inner city. Attention is gently placed on something unmoving. Breath, body weight, the space behind perception. This is not a distraction. It is relocating energy to a stable foundation. The storm may continue. Emotions complete themselves when energy is not wasted resisting them. Allowing is not passivity. It is withholding unnecessary expenditure. You stop paying interest on the feeling. When the mind pulls attention back into stories, you return softly. No force, no self-attack. This is discernment. Not everything deserves access to your inner city. Not every thought earns your energy. If you let anyone and everyone tap into it, most emotional tools fail because they try to control experience. The Rama Vijay method works because it protects the source. Energy-protected clarity emerges. Energy scattered, suffering multiplies. Stillness is not the absence of emotion. It is the state where energy is no longer hijacked. This principle doesn't stop at inner work. If attention is energy, then outrage drains it. Constant reactivity fractures it. Unconscious consumption wastes it. Protecting your inner energy becomes an act of integrity. You don't harden, you don't withdraw, you become precise. Every notification, every worry, every demand from the outside world. The Rama Vijay method is the practice of protecting the energy that flows through experience, so life can move without turning into suffering. Principle: one recognition, see what is happening without claiming it. What is recognized stops unconsciously draining energy. Recognition interrupts automatic identification. Instead of, I am anxious, I am angry, something is wrong with me, you shift to, anxiety is present, anger is moving, this is happening. This single move loosens the grip of the emotion and protects energy from being swallowed by the story, creates immediate space without suppression. Key insight: recognition is not distance. It is clarity without ownership. Principle 2. Anchoring: place attention where it cannot be pulled. Stillness is not created, it is returned to. Anchoring stabilizes attention, so energy has somewhere steady to rest. Anchors may include the breath at the nostrils, the weight of the body, the space behind the eyes, and the felt sense of being present. This is not a distraction. It is regrounding energy in what does not move. Key insight: the storm does not need to stop. It only needs to lose access to the power source. Principle 3. Allowing stop. Paying interest on the emotion statement. What is allowed completes itself. Function: allowing prevents energy leakage through resistance. Resistance multiplies suffering by adding commentary, fighting sensations, demanding different outcomes. Allowing means no interference, no fixing, no dramatizing. You let the emotion move on its own timetable. Key insight: emotions are not problems. Resistance is.